Hello there, guys. We're gonna have a fireside chat. I'm kind of joking. But the sun was over here, and now it's gonna be a fire on the side there. I'm gonna talk about a few things, a couple of books. I got some notes right here. The NBA playoffs are on right now. I'm talking about having your shit together. Okay, in my first YouTube site, the first one that I dedicated time into is 2008, and at my peak, I was getting about 400 views a day. And there's stupid videos. Oh man, that was back in 2008. And these mostly get no views. And maybe it'll stay that way, and that's fine with me, actually. I write books. YouTube.com/BrickJane. That's my AuthorTube channel. You could go to Scribd.com/BrickJane and read my stuff. You could go to Lulu.com. You could even buy it there. Do what your conscience says, you know? I'm not trying to... I'm not real forceful about a lot of stuff, and, you know, hit the like and the subscribe and all that. I became a partner in 2011 of YouTube, and I have a decent education. I think I do. I went to a good private school here in Southern California. It took me a long time to graduate. I was on the verge of graduating. I had a family crisis in 1998. And I wasn't able to graduate for many years later than what I expected. And that's the way it goes. I'm going to talk real quick, and we might get back to it. Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King, and that's his pen name. I started reading this book, but I haven't really been able to get into it. I want to talk about Stephen King writing as Richard Bachman. I've read the Bachman books. I've read Thinner. I've read The Regulators. I haven't read this one yet. But I want to talk about Road Work, which is one of the Bachman books. My favorite collection of short stories from Stephen King is Night Shift. Okay. Skeleton Crew's not so bad. I like the stories Night Surf, Survivor Type, Mrs. Todd's Shortcut, The Jaunt. I like The Mist. I read The Mist, which is in Skeleton Crew. Oh, there it is. There's the sun. Can you see the sun right there? That's our fire site, see? It's a big ball of fire out there. Yeah, I'm just joking, but... they asked Stephen King a long time ago, when are you going to write something serious? This cracks me up. Stephen King is the only author in my life where I could read one book after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, and crave more. Me and my friend during high school, we would go down to the local bookstore. It used to be a couple miles that way. And make sure they put the books on hold when his new books would come out. Tommy Knockers, It, Misery, etc. And I used to love to read Stephen King books. It's you know, it's a little different now. I started writing my own novels in 2003, you know. But I want to talk about where hey man, as a young teenager, how could you ask the best-selling author in the world, which he was at the time, you ask him, when are you going to write something serious, you know? And I think his answer was something like road work as Richard Bachman. That was the closest thing that he had to being a so-called serious book. It's about a Vietnam veteran. And I tell you the truth, I read The Running Man, which was part of the Bachman books, The Long Walk, and Rage. Those are all great. I remember reading Roadwork, and I can't remember details of it, but it was a little dry. And if that's what the critics consider serious, or Stephen King considers serious, hey, I'm kind of a silly person, man. So I want to talk about how this goes. I want to talk a little about writer's block, just a little bit about writer's block. See that one that looks like Fang on the second one down? Fang? It's not Fang. That's Fantasy Name Generator. Okay? So at the end of the most recent book, Cretans, there's this great website, wonderful website, that I went to get some names for fantasy locations, you know. I could have tried to, come up with a system myself. And it wasn't too long in the book. It took maybe the course of a page or something to come up with different locations in this fantasy world. And I mixed it up, I used dwarf names, Norwegian names, etc. And I try to have fun with it. Because writer's block will set in if that's what you're after, in my opinion. That's one of the things where you'll get writer's block when you try to be too serious, Trying to be too serious, and then you get stumped. And I was like, hey man, this story has a flow. This thing's going. And we don't want to believe, that AI is writing our story, People got mad at Bob Dylan when he went electric. He used to be a folk player and played acoustic music. And then he showed up at a concert and he had, electric guitar and all that, and his fans were booing him for some reason. I like the band Depeche Mode, and there used to be good synthesizer music during the 80s. New Order, Pet Shop Boys, etc. And there's a lyric from the band Rush, a Canadian band Rush. All this machinery making modern music can still be open-hearted, not so golden-hearted. It's just a question of your honesty. Your honesty. One likes to believe in the freedom of music, but glittering guises and endless compromises shatter the illusion of integrity. Is that Spirit of the Radio? I'm pretty sure it is. Begin the day with a friendly voice. So, the Lakers got the number 4 pick. I just wanted to throw that out. The draft lottery was a couple of hours ago. There's a playoff game going on right now, but where I'm at here, I get channel 4 but not channel 7, and the place where I'm moving to, I get channel 7 but not channel 4, and I was talking about, hey, trying to get your shit together, and that's one of the small things about trying to get your shit together. So let's see here. See, shit together right there. So pretty much I think I hit on all the points. We're coming on 10 minutes. I'm gonna take off, head out, watch the Laker game, and I think it's hilarious. I just think it's hilarious how you could be the best-selling author in the world, and your critics are like, when are you gonna do something serious? That's funny. All right, this has been a fireside chat of sorts, but not anymore. It's gone. Okay, that big ball of gas in the sky, it's gone. All right. Toodles. Toodles.